Man, it's been a long time since I've looked at a Nokia device. What was the one with the crazy camera unit? It was like 20 megapixels. It had it was yellow. The Lumia 1020 might be the last Nokia phone that I featured here on the channel. That could be crazy. Maybe I'm wrong. But now, I kind of feel compelled to jump back in because a lot has changed. And now we're talking about Android One, which, as you know from previous videos, is of interest to me. I'm a big fan of stock Android, bringing a uniform experience to more Android hardware. So this, of course, is the Nokia 7.1. It's packing the Snapdragon 636 chipset, so it's not blazingly fast, but it's got a pretty attractive price tag. You can pick this up on Amazon right now for around 350 bucks for the 64 gigabyte version. Yes, there are some other devices in this space that may be a little bit quicker, but what you get here is fit, finish, polish, and of course, Android One. 5.8-inch 19:9 FHD plus display. No OLED or anything. Remember the price tag, 350 bucks. It is capable, however, of HDR video. A 12 plus 5 megapixel rear camera with Zeiss optics and an 8 megapixel wide angle front-facing selfie camera. Okay, so first impression, it does not feel like a $350 device. This nice bevel around the edge, it's polished there as well. A lot of glass is in play, metal components. It's kind of boxy on the edge. Oh, they give you a headset as well. You don't see that every time these days. A rear fingerprint scanner. I've become really accustomed to this location. Dual lens setup. You see the Zeiss logo, obviously a reputable brand. This is the important part for me. It's the Android One signature there. SIM card tray is on the other side, and it also features expandable storage. And then you've got USB Type-C on the bottom, once again capable of that quick charge. Now you can tell straight away it's a bit of a notch city. You also have a chin here, so some people might be a little upset about the screen to body ratio, but in my opinion, at this price point, there should be other things that are more important to you. Register the fingerprint, pretty straightforward. Change the grip. Okay, let's give this fingerprint a shot. Yeah, that's pretty quick. Hang on, one more time. From a blank screen, average, whatever, acceptable. As you can see, stock Android experience, beautiful, wonderful. It's like a warm blanket. Now out of the box, this is Android 8.1, but it's supposed to be getting upgraded this month, in fact. Again, part of the Android One program, you get the updates to the latest version a little quicker. Maybe not pixel quick, but next in line for sure. Okay, let's go ahead and give the camera a quick look here. The camera app is not stock. This is not the Pixel camera or stock Google camera, and that means that you have a few more options in here that they've added, including a stacked image processing, which is going to hope to replicate some of the effects that you're seeing on those higher end phones. Okay, let's do a quick little test here. Auto HDR is turned on. It's going to attempt to bring up the shadows in the frame and give you more detail in the highlight. I'm not sure how well that's working. I mean, it's a very bright environment, but it looks a little blown out on the side of the face there. That looks to work a little bit better than there. I mean, not bad. Not terrible. Definitely not the best I've seen. Let's try it without auto HDR. That one there is the auto HDR, and that one is not. So yeah, I mean, you could see it brightens up a touch. There's a little bit of work going on there. The camera is a pass. I've seen better cameras. Of course I've seen better cameras. I'm looking at phones at every price range, and we need to make the adjustment here for $350 price point, okay? It's not terrible. You know, the highlight here on the nose and the cheek, it might be a little bit blown out, but the detail's okay in the beard and whatnot. I'd say that's an acceptable selfie. Including this wonderful drawing angle right here. It's a 7th gen Core i7 processor, 1 terabyte of SSD storage. Of course, you can configure that even higher if you want. Speaker's not nice. It's very tinny, and it's mono out the bottom. It's easy to cover it up. 32 gigs of RAM. This one has a GTX 1070. It's not blowing anyone away. It's not like an incredible value. It's not one of these package phones where you're like, how did they do it for the money? Low to mid-range vibe in general. I'd say the surprising thing here when you grab it is the build quality for the price. Pick it up and you're like, that feels high quality. That feels expensive. But then you start to play around with it and you're like, the speaker's not that great. It's got the slower chip inside of it. But then again, on this side, you have the stock Android experience, which is hard to come by. If you're an individual who's on a budget and you're trying to get something in that $300 range and you value the stock Android experience, it's a big component for you, and build quality is a big component for you, then you might look at this. But if performance is number one, I think there's some other options out there, including the Pocophone, that probably deliver on those aspects a little better. What I really want is the Pocophone spec with the Android One program, something like that. Now we're talking. So this one for me, I'm not gonna switch to this one. This is not a switch video by any means. It's got some things going for it. It's readily available, unlike some of those other options, and in various markets. This one, you can pick it up on Amazon right now. You can't say the same for some of those other products, so you gotta dock some points there as well. But if you're willing to import, man, there are some amazing phones, $300 to $400 in that range.